Bonjour mes amis. In this segment we're going to talk about les cours, classes. Let me tell you about my classes first. Ce semestre, j'ai un cours de français et un cours d'espagnol. At this point, you should probably be able to figure out that I've told you that I have a French class and a Spanish class. But what phrases did I use to say this? I used ce semestre to say this semester. I also used un cours de to say literally a class of, because in French, a French class is un cours de français and a Spanish class is un cours d'espagnol. The only other thing we need to know to use this structure correctly is that we use un cours de in front of subjects beginning with a consonant, like un cours de français, and un cours de with a D apostrophe in front of subjects that begin with a vowel, like un cours d'espagnol. So, let's hear about your classes now. Pause the video and go to your online textbook, Chapter 11, Liste de vocabulaire, and scroll down to Les matières et les cours, subjects and classes. Take a listen to the vocabulary, find some courses that you have, and practice saying what your classes are this semester. I'll put my examples on the screen for you to follow. Here's my answer again, so go ahead and freeze the video, listen to the vocabulary from Chapter 11, and come up with your own answers. List as many classes as you can. So, how did you do? Hopefully you were able to say at least a few of the classes that you have this semester. If you were looking for vocabulary that you didn't find in the online textbook, you can use the online dictionary at www.wordreference.com, which is a reliable source for translations and definitions. Okay, now let's move on and talk about what courses you like. First, I'll tell you about mine. J'aime le cours de français et j'aime le cours d'espagnol. So, as it turns out, I like both of my courses this semester. Take a moment to practice saying which courses you like and which you don't like. To say you like a class, use j'aime le cours de, and to say that you don't like a class, use je n'aime pas le cours de. So, go ahead and pause the video and tell which courses you like and which you don't like. So, how did you do? Hopefully you were able to use j'aime and je n'aime pas correctly. Now let's talk more about some likes and dislikes. Take a look at the following sequence of activities and listen to the questions about whether or not you like to do them. Est-ce que tu aimes lire des livres? Est-ce que tu aimes lire le journal? Est-ce que tu aimes regarder la télévision? Est-ce que tu aimes aller au cinéma? Est-ce que tu aimes surfer sur l'Internet? Est-ce que tu aimes envoyer des textos? To say you like doing something, again, you're going to use the phrase j'aime, and then follow it with the activity. So, for example, j'aime lire des livres. I like to read books. Or, j'aime regarder la télévision. I like to watch television. Now you'll see each activity again and hear the questions again. Pause at each activity and give an answer for each one, starting with j'aime or je n'aime pas. Est-ce que tu aimes lire des livres? Est-ce que tu aimes lire le journal? Est-ce que tu aimes regarder la télévision? Est-ce que tu aimes aller au cinéma? Est-ce que tu aimes surfer sur l'Internet? Est-ce que tu aimes envoyer des textos? So, were you able to say which activities you like and don't like? Okay. Now let's talk about some other preferences using la nourriture, food. And to do this, we need to take a trip to le marché, the market. As you'll see in the videos that follow, French people often buy their fresh fruits and vegetables in open-air markets. This is common in Paris, for example, where most neighborhoods have such a market that's open a few days a week for shopping. Here's a photo of the Marché d'Aligre, which is the market in my neighborhood of Paris, close to the Bastille. Let's go to the market now and see what we find.
La banane, là c'est les pomelos, roses, l'abricot, là c'est la pêche blanche, vous avez la nectarine, la pêche jaune, là c'est le melon charentais. Hein?
In this clip, you saw a vendor at the market who was selling les bananes, les pomelos, les abricots, les pêches, les nectarines, and le melon. Notice that for bananas, grapefruit, apricots, and peaches, we used les in front of each fruit, and for melon, we used le. Les and le both mean the, but what's important about le and les here is that we use them when we talk about liking things, like fruits and vegetables, for example. So, for example, here's what I like and don't like from the group of fruits we just saw. J'aime les bananes, j'aime les pomelos, je n'aime pas les abricots, j'aime les pêches, j'aime les nectarines, et j'aime le melon. What about you? Pause the video now and practice saying which fruits you like and don't like from this group. Go ahead, I'll leave my example on the screen to help you. Okay, now let's go back to Le Marché and see what we find in the way of légumes, vegetables.
Alors voici, ça c'est des poireaux, il y a le céleri branche, ça va, c'est comme ça? Oui. Ça c'est le citron, les oignons blancs, là c'est de la betterave cuite, carottes, ça c'est le concombre, vous avez l'échalote, l'ail, l'oignon, ça c'est la pomme de terre qui tient à la cuisson, c'est de la grosse malte. Ça c'est de la charlotte en pomme de terre qui tient aussi à la cuisson, de la pomme de terre nouvelle. Là c'est la courgette, l'aubergine, poivron vert. Ça c'est des petites tomates bretonnes, artichauts. Oui.
In this clip, the vegetable merchant showed us le céleri, les citrons, les oignons blancs, les betteraves, les carottes, les concombres, l'ail, les oignons, les pommes de terre, les courgettes, l'aubergine, les poivrons verts, and les tomates. So first I'll tell you what I like from this group of vegetables, and then you can do the same. Here goes. J'aime le céleri, j'aime les citrons, je n'aime pas les oignons blancs, je n'aime pas les betteraves, j'aime les carottes, j'aime les concombres, je n'aime pas l'ail, je n'aime pas les oignons, j'aime les pommes de terre, j'aime les courgettes, je n'aime pas l'aubergine, je déteste les poivrons verts et j'adore les tomates. So, in addition to learning what I like and don't like, you also learn what I love and what I hate. To say I really like or love something, I use the phrase j'adore. And to say that I hate something, I use the phrase je déteste. In my description, you saw that I hate green peppers, je déteste les poivrons verts, and that I love tomatoes, j'adore les tomates. So now you have a try using the phrases j'aime, je n'aime pas, je déteste, and j'adore. Practice saying which of these vegetables you like, don't like, love, or hate. I'll put my example back on the screen to help you. Bien, mes amis, if you've finished saying your preferences in fruits and vegetables using j'aime, je n'aime pas, je déteste, and j'adore, that's all for this segment. See you next time. À la prochaine.